and you say you don't know how to act. See, you know, he having that moment where you be honest. You know, some people look at that in a bad way, right? But it's not bad. That's what confession is. When you tell God, I don't know how to act. So, what else do you need to know that you know will help you where you know how to act? Is it that you know, but it's not always able to do it? Is that what it is? But so you do know, but you're talking about power now. You're talking about having power to do what you know, right? That's what I think he means. It's not that he don't know, right? Y'all agree or y'all think he really don't know? Mama, do you think he know how to act? He know, but I just want to know. Young people, don't you look like y'all ain't watching me? What I tell y'all about when I get my hand on this mic. Y'all act like y'all saved and watch me. Okay, so what do you miss, you think? Why do you think you do stuff that in the end, you know you shouldn't have done it, right? Why do you think you do that? Come on up here, stop backing up. Talk to me.
School, it could be like peer pressure, and like at home, it just like.
So the influence of people is greater than the influence of God. Is that what you're saying? It's tight, but it's right, ain't it? You already know I don't wear tight clothes, but I stand tight with the spirit though. I'm in agreement with God. It ain't just him. Preaching do the same stuff. Get up and they start walking around like they all that important. Ain't nobody important but Jesus. Come on. But peer pressure will make us act like that, right? Okay, so what we gonna do now? I mean, first thing we gotta do is confess like you did, that you need some help, right? Is that what you really mean, or you just saying it because I'm saying it? Hold your mic up. Talk to me.
It's not working.
Talk loud. That might work.
Before I do that, that's why I did it. Yeah, it was the wrong. That's why I did it.
At least he'll call you and give you an opportunity to represent him in your least worthy. That tight. That's how good God is. See, sin expose us and make us look vulnerable. But then God will bring us into the beloved and say, now I know you're jacked up, but do you really understand why you don't do what you know to do? The word comes. The word comes, but something else has to come. In Genesis, at the beginning of the creation of the world, the Bible said that the Spirit of God was hovering over the deep, darkness of the earth. But nothing happened because the Spirit was there. People like to worship the Holy Spirit. But the Holy Spirit can't do nothing without the Word.
That's right.
That's right.
The Word is Jesus. So until He spoke to it, nothing could be done. So now when the Word comes there, you just brought the Word to us, right? Y'all still listening, young people?
Yes.
You know, He just brought the Word to us. But when we know that people are more influential to us than the Lord, now what are we going to do about that? What you going to do about that? You see what father and self and people will do to you, right? Mess your character won't. What does that mean? Do you know what I mean when I say that? Messing your character. Step up here. Get up here a little closer to me. You know what character is? It's who you are when nobody ain't looking. You know, everybody's saved in here. But when they get out there in the street, they don't act right. But see, that's who God really see us to be. Is who we are out there when ain't nobody else watching us. That's called character. Care Act. You know, how you know, charisma, how you actually are, who you are in your heart, right? Yeah, so where we at right now, Chris, you still with me? Who you talking to? Me? Come here. You know why I'm messing with you all the time, Chris? Why you think I'm messing with you? You believe that? I was the first face you ever saw. You don't know that, no. I was holding your little wiggly self up. Your eyes just like you trying to figure out what that was holding him, right? But I expect a lot from you because you had a whole lot of good influence, and but did you hear what he said? You know that people are more influential to him than God. What about you? I mean, why you don't do what you know is the right thing to do? Okay, answer that question. You can sit back down. Quick as you answer truthfully.
Take the mic, son.
Nobody wants the mic.
Y'all got a few minutes while I talk to
Got
these
it.
young people.
Yes.
Get this straight, right? Okay, come on. Is it that you don't know what you should do? What happens to that? Do you know? Hold it up there.
Hold your breath.
Say, do you know? He doing sign language. So what's the problem? What's happening? Why you don't do what you know is the right thing?
I don't know, sometimes I just choose not to, because the good way don't always seem like the best, the fun way.
That's true.
You know, so what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Why you get mad at other people when they don't do things right? You gonna watch me, or you want me to call you back? Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Listen. Okay. What we need is some power. Y'all gotta make a decision, young people. You gotta make a choice about how you're gonna live your life. Your life not based on your feelings or how fun something is, or you know, or what your friends think. If you're gonna live your life like that, you actually being controlled by them. You know, the real you not even getting it to live because you being controlled by somebody that, you know, they that important? Or you gonna base your life on life being fun all the time? Fun, that's not gonna help. You gotta make some choices. Why y'all think the Lord allowed y'all to be, you know, raised in a family with Christians, other Christians? Why do y'all think y'all family saved? Can y'all answer that? Why you think your family saved? Why you think that is? When other people don't have that. Come on, talk to me. Anybody. Why you think your family saved and other people's family not? They born to families that's not saved.
Oh.
Can y'all answer that? I'm gonna let y'all go. Somebody better answer. We're gonna be here for a little while. I see the young people back there waiting. I see a few hands now. All right, let me see who I'm gonna say. Shamar.
I knew you was gonna pick me. All right. You want me to come up there?
Just talk real loud from back there.
All right. So I feel like some people saved because
I say, why you think your parents saved?
because they made a sacrifice. Like they stopped doing what everybody else was doing.
Yeah, they
So
made a
could be-
choice, didn't they?
Yeah.
They made a choice. But God made a choice too. Yeah, God, the Bible said God chose us, but go ahead. Go ahead. I got you. Go ahead. Tell me.
Go read.
God chose both of them to be like, so you could be saved and loved.
Go ahead and prophesy, son. Working on it.
And so, like, God put you in that position so you could be seen and you could have the love of Christ in you.
Prophesying back there. But I believe them boys gonna preach so enough. He talking. I had somebody, prophesy over some people's lives yesterday. Seriously. Seriously. And he just said some things and it came to pass today that they talking already. So, but anybody else want to say something? Cause you raised your hand. Go ahead. I know you were gonna say something. You want to say something. We gonna sit down. First lady, you gonna finish this? You all right? Well, get up, cause we going home. Preach, boy. I'm gonna let you go this time.
We're gonna turn out. How about if you just turn out? The children did well. And we thank God for them. Just continue to keep them in prayer. Keep yourself in prayer too. Because sometimes the way may seem hard, but the Bible says that we can do all things through Christ, who what? Strengthens us. And I like that scripture, Deuteronomy 31. And what? And what does it say? God goes what? He goes before us. So that means before we even get there, he's already there. Right? And what else? It's 3 things that God do. Right? Little Jeff, you've already talked. So let's give somebody else a chance. What else does he do, y'all? What else, Shemar?
Ain't it like before us, after us, and he will never leave us or
What?
forsake us?
Before us,
After. And then he'll never forsake us.
and he would never forsake us.
Staring at me.
Amen. So, God will never, Deuteronomy 31 and 8, it says that he goes before us, and he would never leave us, and he would never forsake us. Amen? Amen. So, what the children don't understand is that if you have God in you, then it's greater. Even the older people don't even do that. They really flunk it just as much as you all do. If you score them, they flunk just as hard, right? We all have to learn this principle. Is that the greater, if we allow the greater to come in us, then we act better. You know how you can tell when the greater is not in you? It's when you start venturing off. That's when you know that the greater is not in you. That's when you know that you're not attending to the Spirit of God. You're not allowing it to come inside. You know why Ladaric can't get it together? Because he don't allow the greater to come in. You know why you listen to the devil? It's because you don't allow the greater to come in. Know why you go do stuff? It's because you don't allow the greater. But I'm coming to know one thing that the word say, and it is true. Looking at all of the stuff in the world, looking at the president, looking at people, we all knew that all of this stuff was right there. We all knew that colleges cheat. We all knew that they cheat for one another. We all knew that the president, that the White House was crooked. We all knew that.
Nothing new about that.
But we all know that ourselves are crooked too.
Nothing new about that.
But one thing that assures me now, that didn't back then, when I was dipping and dodging and couldn't get myself right, the Bible declares that every knee shall bow. And every tongue. So no matter if you're in this state, or no matter whether you're going to get it straight, when you see Jesus, you going to, what Daddy Earl going to say, you're going to open your mouth and say something.
You be let.
Now, some say it sooner, and some haven't changed. Now, if you ask me, I don't even know why. I don't know. I can't give you the answers why God takes some people and why God don't allow some people to stay. God takes some folks that ain't even right. Or what we've seen. Or what we have seen. Or what we could judge, right? It doesn't mean that he didn't give them a chance to repent. That's why we don't know. You get up in heaven and think you're going to be looking for somebody. No, you're just going to be worried about you. So, we leave this with you today. As we do every first Sunday, you just got to examine your own self. I got to examine myself. Pastor has to examine himself. And the young people have to examine themselves. And the old, the young adults, the old that carry wisdom still have to examine themselves. We all don't get away. And for God's sake, we can look at each other and judge each other. I can do it. I do it. I do it mostly with my family. Than anything. Shannon said, I'm asking God to help me. I'm asking God to help me. Amen. Have you ever loved something till you wanted to do better? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, have you ever loved something that you wanted to do better? We love our children, and we just want them to do better. Amen? You want to open your mouth and say something? What you want to say? You don't want to say nothing? Look, I want to say this and we're going to go. Last Sunday, I had both classes. I had Lil Derek and the team. And when they walked in, I said, I'm just collecting phones today. I had so many phones. I mean, I had a whole table of phones. You know, because sometimes I know that they can look at it in the Bible, but sometimes they just need to feel the Bible. They just need to touch it. Y'all know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the closest thing they have with God. Because some of y'all parents, they can't see Jesus, and y'all flunking, they don't even know. They be like, what did I see? Did I see the Jesus or did I see the devil? It's true. So, as we turn out, we ask you to stand. We're going to just pray one prayer.
You know, the Bible says in Romans chapter 1, you refuse to retain the knowledge of God. In other words, that means when God bless you to be around a saved family, and you refuse, you turn that off, you just say, I ain't gonna listen no more. He said he'll turn you over to a reprobated mind. In other words, you won't know right from wrong. The most devastating place to be is the sin in the presence of freedom. That's the most devastating place to be. Because where you gonna go? When truth come to you, truth, you've been born with advantages. See, everybody in here wasn't born with a saved family. Come on. Come on. You ain't got to say nothing. Just look straight ahead. I ain't talking to you. But you got to realize that this is an advantage God giving you, but to much is given, much is required. So don't turn a deaf ear to God. Well, you might ignore me sometime, but don't ignore the Lord. Because he said, I'll turn you over to a reprobated mind. People today, in our culture today, don't know right from wrong. You need to read the 18th verse of the first chapter of Romans. You don't read nothing else. Start reading at the 18th verse and read right on to the end of the chapter. You're going to find out that he talked 2,000 years ago about this world right now. About these people right now. A man wouldn't know what a man is. A woman wouldn't know what a woman is. They would turn from what God created us to be. And he got it there in the book. We living in perilous times. Okay. See, what you don't know, you say, well, I'm going to teach my child tomorrow. Don't wait. You might not be here tomorrow. Then they're going to be left to the world. We see that, didn't we, First Lady? Somebody was getting ready to go home to be with the Lord. And they was leaving their children back here to a sinful partner and a sin-sick world. The testimony was jacked up. They had lived ungodly in front of their children. And all that person could do was cry. The hearse wheels was rolling. But they called us, didn't they call us? They called us, and they know what, that's like going to the woodshed when you're in that position. But she had sense enough to call us and say, I need to talk about something. I don't want my children to face this and don't have Jesus. Oh, yeah. Living ungodly. I mean, repenting to the end. I know I'm safe. I'm going in, but I'm married to a monster. See, all the inhibitions was off then. When death is your companion, you ain't worried about what people say. Yeah, man. You ain't worried. See, you ain't got there yet. You don't know what I'm talking about. When you get there, I'm telling you, true confession comes. The real, but that's the grace of God. I told him, I said, listen, God is giving you this chance. Call them in here, set them down, and tell them, this is what this produced in my life right here. Now, what y'all gonna do? Her greatest testimony was where she was standing right then. You get what I'm saying? In other words, when sin produced death in your own life, what greater testimony to tell you, do you want this in your life? You better turn to Jesus. Yeah. I ain't gonna be here to tell you no more. I can't make up for your mess no more. See, we can't keep coming to church like tomorrow gonna be just like yesterday. Tomorrow may never be mine. We here, we need prayer. Young people dying every day. 28-year-old woman died last night. 264. On her way home, 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't know if alcohol was a factor or not. That's her testimony, according to the word. What's going to be on your epitaph? What's going to be the end of your transition? You don't know. Will you make it home today? Will you live to get to be 60 like your granddad? You don't know, do you? So you better choose Jesus today. Lord, I'm sorry that my friends are more important to me than you. Today.
We want to, before we offer prayer, is it anybody that don't know Jesus? Because that's the most important thing. Since he's got that door open, if you want to come up here and accept Christ, or just stand right there. I mean, you know, however you want to do it. Pastor say move. So if you don't know Christ, if you don't know Christ, see, we are all about, we come to church, but we're all about moving people towards the kingdom of God. Having them to be saved so that when their time comes, they don't have to wonder about this. This is the most important part. We come, we do things together, we socialize, that's all good, but if we socialize and we're not right, we're still going to hell. So what God is saying is that, listen, this is what we're doing. We're getting, so we're calling this more and more because we don't want it to be on us that we did not call for you to come to Christ, for you to be saved. If you are not living right, if you're in a backslid, if you have turned away from God and you need to come back, this is your time. This is your time. I always tell people this is a safe environment where nobody judges you. Nobody looks at you funny. Because the word says we all have sinned, fallen short. Donnie McClurkin says we fall and we get back up. But what I would like to say is God opened that door with his blood for us to get back up. And so we want to take this time. If you want to come, you don't have to look around. I'll be just concerned about you.
Come on.
Just come.
Can't come in the building no more without coming past the cross.
Yes.
It's just symbolic of what we're doing. It's just a reminder. Lord said to me, put the reminder down there because some people don't know why they come to church. Church doesn't turn into a social club. Church now is about candy and balloons and dropping stuff from helicopters and everybody entertaining folk. But this is about coming to the cross. That's what this is about. We got to come to Jesus and do it now. So we're not trying to be with everybody, anybody. We're just trying to stay with the Lord. So is there one? Come on. Come on. Don't stand around. Just, you got to move. You got to save your life. The life you save is your life.
So we're not even going to lay our hands on them. It's just a confession that they know where they are. See, sometimes you gotta know where you are. They know where they are, they know where they stand in the need of. And so they have to open their mouth. They have to surrender to God. Don't you know, if we lay our hands, that's just a point of contact? People act like that's just something out, like this is something magical or something. No, that's just agreeing with you and the Spirit of God that you can come to a place.
But actually, you're at that place now.
You're at it.
You're at that place. You're willing to confess, Father, I need to be closer. I need something from you. The sinner that you know best is you. The person you need to change the most is you. And just by you changing, the world becomes a better place. Your friends become better equipped. They become covered. They can have a friend indeed. When you learn how to love Jesus, and Jesus will give you the power to love other people. So where you are right now, she's right. Confess. Close your eyes. Don't look at me. Lose sight on what is important. And just remember Jesus. Remember, I need you to fix my heart. Fix my mind. Lord, I believe you died. You died for me. Because I'm a sinner. That's what you're saying in your prayer. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. It's not my mother. I forgive anything mama couldn't do. Not my father. Father didn't have enough that I wanted to have. But it's me. It's me standing, but I got a need. I need you. That's what it is. I step out of the crowd that I've been hiding in. No longer hiding in the bushes. It's me. Bless me now. Bless me now. For I come, and I come to thee. You said that if